Meow. Meow.
Whoop, whoop.
Wow, that's a pretty good shot of Spider-Man right there.
That's actually a really good shot. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Meow. Meow. Meow.
You ran out of web. So, has anyone ever questioned... So, okay. We know that the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man can recharge his webbing from... it literally is a bodily fluid. How the fuck do these Spider-Men recharge their web shooters?
Oh, they only have a limited supply. They have to make more. If
Well,
they
yes,
run out,
but I'm
they
saying...
run out.
Physically, you stood on this building, and it auto-recharged.
The game...
Fucking how?
The game doesn't force you to go do that.
Just like...
The game universe is different than the movie universe, but let's just assume he's got a shit ton of webbing on him today.
Fair enough.
Anyway, hello people, it's us Two Bros Game Night. I'm your host, Younger Bro.
I'm your other host, Older Bro.
And we're back doing benchmarks for Spider-Man. So guys, we have discovered something. So...
I mean, you've discovered something.
Okay, yeah, but yeah. Anyways, it turns out... We can't get the next J.J. Jonah clip to play.
Yep, because they're all locked behind... because the main story also has J. Jonah clips locked behind sequences.
Some certain things.
And,
yeah.
like, for all we know, so did the other DLC, but we didn't pay close enough attention.
Anyway, right now we're working on benchmarks. We'll look at what it requires for us to do Jameson.
Yeah.
At a different point. So we're just gonna continue dodging people, and we are going to do the full 2 hours today. So,
Hooray.
So do you remember one of the last streams, I was talking about an incident where a group of like college kids went up to the mountains and they all mysteriously died except for like 3 people who went back.
Vaguely, yes.
And that story was allegedly said to be caused by like Sasquatch because they reported stones being thrown at cabins. The videos show stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I did not find that incident.
Yeah.
But I did find an incident that was eerily similar, except no one died.
Yeah.
No one died. So this incident occurred in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yep.
So
Appalachia.
Now, way back when in the Appalachians, there were gold miners.
Yep.
And
Gotta look for the gold in those hills. Hey, Carpet, how you doing?
Hey, Carpet. And about, I don't know, 3 of them? Let's say 3 of them.
Sure.
3 of them went up there together to get, gold.
Buy me some gold!
And while they were up there, they pissed off something. So they would report that in the middle of the night, stones would be thrown at their cabin that they made.
Yep.
Not only that, they would find supplies missing. They would find, like, dead animals where not all of it was there.
Yep.
So I thought that was very strange. It's like, that sounds a lot like what happened in the Himalayas. I'm just like... So I can find this, but I can't find the one that's objectively worse and probably would have been more worth telling.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the phrase.
Well, yeah, it's more or less, but yeah.
The one that was least concerning was the one I find.
Yep.
Don't let him get behind you.
In this case, I'm not gonna dodge these people because any of them can just throw Molotovs at you.
Great. Yeah, don't mess with Bigfoot.
No, you shouldn't.
I mean, don't mess with Smallfoot either. Like, seriously, normal human beings are fucked up. Don't mess with them.
I think Carpet's quoting that one.
I don't even think he has to be
Television.
quoting anything. I think he could just like. I think that's just general advice.
That was
Like-
it's both.
Yeah.
It's both quoting the
it's
TV,
quoting him giving general advice.
There was a commercial where the slogan was "Don't mess with Bigfoot,"
Yeah.
but I can't remember what it was. I don't know if it had something to do with like a logger. I don't know if it was that logging company that specialized in like you getting like all natural wood or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, you know, all natural wood as opposed to that non-natural wood. I mean, I guess there is like artificial like wood-like materials, but like, yeah, I don't really. Most of the things people think of as like artificial wood is usually like just shit particle board, and that still is wood. It's just low quality wood. It's compressed wood fibers and like sawdust, but it's still wood. Generally speaking, there isn't like, you don't have just like fake, completely fake wood that doesn't contain any wood at all. It'd have to be some kind of like plasticky material.
Someone get him down here!
But yeah. So the funny thing about that incident, the reason I found it was not because I was looking for that bad incident.
Sure.
It was because I was watching a documentary about a guy who supposedly was out to like document like extinct birds. Instead, he went out there to kill his friends in the jungle.
Come.
And it was a whole ordeal. He got arrested by Indonesian police.
Probably. Depending on where he was.
All clear for the cleanup
So
crew.
supposedly he went out there to document birds and he killed both of his teammates. But not only did he kill them, he cannibalized them.
What in the fuck?
Yeah. But anyway, I was watching this documentary on him, and that situation with the gold miners came up. Now it only
How did it come up?
well,
Like, how?
this is
how
why
was
it
that
came up. This is
related?
why it is related. Trust me. So the documentary wasn't about him killing people.
Was it just like unsolved mysteries or like weird shit? Like, what was the?
No,
Like,
it was
what?
a solved mystery in quotes, but it was more like a re-look at a crime that supposedly happened, and it didn't.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is the guy who supposedly killed his friends,
Yeah.
he accidentally stumbled upon what we believe to be an extinct species of humanoid.
Uh-huh.
And he got these creatures on tape.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you heard about it, but back in 2004, that's when we discovered a hobbit-sized human.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed our viewpoint on evolution and stuff like that.
I mean, that's not surprising to me, given that, like, humans have not always been 6 foot tall. Like, that's a modern thing. Like, 2,000 years ago, humans did not grow over 4 feet tall. Like, at all. Like, the reason people are so tall now is because all the like artificial like preservative, it's not all preservatives, but like all the growth hormones they put in chicken and beef and shit so that they can get more chicken and beef and stuff like that, and I think they do that in plants as well. Yeah, that has an effect on the things that eat those chicken and beef. So like, yeah, humans are on average like way taller now because we fucked with our food and fucked with ourselves. So like, I don't know how short Hobbit-sized is in this scenario.
They were only like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, like Napoleon was 4 feet tall. So like a Hobbit-sized human is a human. Like
No, like they also had different features. They were all born 4 feet. None of them were even close to 5 feet.
carpet. I don't.
But anyway,
Carpet over here telling dad jokes.
so hey, Mr. B. So these
Hello, Mr. B.
So these small human creatures, they supposedly died off like 10,000 years ago, 20,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very recently. But what the guy filmed in 1977 when this alleged crime occurred,
Mm-hmm.
it seemed to support the evidence that they didn't die out and that they're still alive and that they killed his friends.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the last reel they had on his really, really old camera
Mm-hmm.
was one of these hobbit creatures cannibalizing the remains of one of his dead friends.
Yeah. I just believe that they're normal human beings. Like, because again, if you've got like an uncontacted tribe in the middle of the Indonesian jungle, no one's ever seen them or met them. Yeah, they're gonna be much shorter and probably be like, I mean, micro-evolved to like have. Slightly
Oh no,
different features.
these tribes knew about these creatures. They knew about these creatures long before we discovered them.
No. I'm just saying that depending, like, I don't have enough to go on off that or go off of on that.
I'll teach you some respect.
But yeah, just as a reminder to everybody out there, Napoleon was not short. Like, we love to joke about Napoleon being short. He was not short. He was actually above average height.
Why is it a myth that he was short?
Because he was 4 feet tall. Humans were not 5 foot tall back then. He is short now because growth hormones mean that humans are now on average way taller than that. So it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like he is short for modern standards, but like 500 years ago, he was like that was above average height.
But anyway, whatever these creatures were, they were capable of swinging from the trees and they were capable of bipedalism.
Yeah, and also propaganda.
Yeah, and the guy who supposedly killed his friends recorded these strange creatures. And he got some really, really good shots of them. Like, yeah, it was still blurry because, again, this is like a 1970s camera. Of course, it's going to be blurry. But then they digitally enhanced one of his scenes, and oh my god, the detail.
And yes, by the way, guys, I do know that Napoleon was not alive 500 years ago, and that that it's been less than 200 years since Napoleon. Calm down.
But anyway,
Don't yell at me.
Anyway, guys, if you want to know the full story about that incident, just look up The Cannibal in the Jungle. That's the documentary name.
Yeah.
It is very, very intriguing and very, very concerning.
Yeah, I'm assuming that 4 feet is closer to like the height that they were actually propaganda describing him as. Yeah, 5'2" to 5'7" is actually very tall. Vote for Pedro. Wait, what? Where's the election? Like, I don't know where this vote's taking place, Carpet.
You're gonna have
I wonder how many more dodges we have to do.
Yeah, about another 3,000.
punch him if he's in the air.
I'm gonna fuck this.
I do not know the specific reference for vote for Pedro.
I don't even know what that is.
Younger bro doesn't know it either, apparently.
Spider-Man, turns out we busted
I don't keep up with
firearms
politics, nor do I really care about politics.
Well, I don't think that politics.
Let's see what I can do to cut down.
We're talking about voting.
Oh, Napoleon Dynamite.
No.
Dang, looks like they called their buddies.
No.
Oh, hey,
That
little guy.
just because it's vote for Pedro doesn't mean it's actually political.
House rule. Door. Unless you're not wearing socks, in which case, buy some socks already.
Stand down.
Anyone want to surrender? No?
Yeah, I mean, I'm vaguely aware of Napoleon Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Um,
Dynamite.
was that a? I mean, I've
How
never
the fuck
seen
did
it.
that not explode?
To be fair, did they do an epic rap battle about that, like a Napoleon versus Napoleon? I can't remember anymore.
I don't remember. I stopped watching Epic Rap Battles history.
I believe they did.
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
And someone finally reported shots fired, so I've got officers inbound. Good work.
Dynamite. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna work on the combos because this is.
But yeah, no, seriously though, watching the story of researching the story of Napoleon is like insane. Like his entire history is just completely insane. Just
Attention units, drug deal reported. Need an officer to check it out.
going just because.
Tenderloin, please copy.
So, for context, this guy. So, okay, you know how? Okay, do you if I say Sardinia, do you know where the hell Sardinia is?
No,
Okay, so you know where Italy is.
vaguely.
Okay, you know where France is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know how in the Mediterranean there's two islands
Cute when they're incapacitated.
that are kind of in between France and Italy?
No.
Okay, let me get a map.
Did I take him out without anybody noticing?
What if Spider-Man comes after us? He creeps me out.
This guy's headbanging while he's out cold. What the fuck's going on here? Hey, are you trying to lick your forearm?
Sure, but he was lucky. For 8 years.
I've been standing here for about, I don't know, 5 minutes watching this guy.
Okay, so here's the map.
What is going on?
Yeah, I'll put up this one. So here's the map. Yeah, you're right, Mr. B. That's why I got a map. So right up here.
Over there.
So if you look up here, this is France. This is Italy. This is Sardinia. You'd assume these two islands are part of the same thing, right?
They're not.
They're not. The top one, the top island is part of France. The southern island.
Hey, Finn.
Yeah, probably safe to be concerned about his neck. Also, hello. But yeah, so the top island is part of France. The bottom island is part of Italy. At the time, Italy wasn't formed yet. Oh, hey, Dark King, how you doing?
Hey, Dark King.
But anyways, so
I can help
Napoleon comes from that island.
Spider-Man. I want
Like, he comes from the top island above Sardinia that any person who has any, like, who likes regular borders would assume should be part of Italy. It is not. It is part of France. So he was born in France, or in Corsica. He went off to France, and then the French Revolution happens. You know, they kill the king.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, all the off with their heads, lots and lots and lots of guillotine. Not actually off with their heads. That quote, that's a different quote.
More severe hanging judge.
Yeah. Oh, no. It was just literally just, hey, we have a guillotine, so let's just murder as many people as we can for lesser and lesser offenses.
They're not hitting anyone, though.
Try to keep it
That's
that way.
terrible.
Yeah, it's Corsica.
How the fuck did that guy not hit me?
But anyways, so he came from there. And as a shock to everyone during the French Revolution, surprisingly, France did not completely collapse, despite the fact that they literally killed their monarch, installed a republic. Yeah, and literally went to war with everyone around them because, as a reminder, the insane guy Robespierre, who started the whole hanging or like guillotine everyone, basically the Republican government of France was told by most of Europe that, hey, we're going to invade you and we're going to reinstall the monarchy. So they killed the monarchy so they could not be reinstalled. This is Marie Antoinette, by the way, and her husband.
How did that not hit me?
So, yeah, fucking murdered. Anyways, Napoleon was one of the generals for the French Revolution Republican government.
Why can't I hit that guy?
He goes off, does like lots of fighting, is one of the few very successful generals. And then at some point in the middle of the French Revolution, he decides to invade Egypt.
Wait, Napoleon went after
Yep.
Egypt.
Because he
Thanks. No
let's
way
just
to
say that he believed himself to be the next Roman emperor. It's not quite exactly the case. He idolized like Alexander the Great. Thus why he went and just invaded Egypt. But we're just gonna... He basically envisioned himself as the next Roman emperor. Like, that's how where he ended up being in history. So he leaves Egypt after invading it and basically failing, and he abandons all of his soldiers and goes home, finds the government in shambles, stages a coup, and then just straight up runs France on his own as a dictator for years and years and years. Literally invades the Netherlands, takes over the Netherlands, invades France, not France, invades Italy, like the Italian region. Like, he starts moving over towards Italy, takes over that region. Yes, shush. He invades the region around, like, Germany, the North German Confederation, the precursor to the modern state of Germany. Basically takes over all that. He also like invades and takes over the region of, or like, he doesn't take over the region of Poland, but like he supports a government in Poland. As a reminder, Poland has not been a state for quite a long time at this point. Again. Because, you know, Poland is often not on the map of Europe. So, this guy is insane enough to say, you know, we hate the British. We're going to blockade Britain. An island nation. We're going to do it by imposing a trade embargo across the entire European continent. And for like a decade, it works. Like, he literally just goes and tells all the other rulers of Europe, you've lost to me 5 times, so none of you are allowed to trade with Britain at all.
Okay.
Also, he installs his brother as the regent of Spain. So he also just directly controls Spain. His story's weird. Anyways, all this happens. Eventually, he gets dethroned. The allied, in quotes, powers come in. They defeat him. They capture him. Whatever. What would you assume they do when you defeat Napoleon?
I'm surprised they don't kill him.
They do not kill him. Not only do they not kill him, what they do is they send him back to his house. They just send him back to Corsica. They basically just accept that Napoleon is, like, super powerful, but as long as he stays in Corsica, he poses no serious threat to anyone. So I'm pretty sure they would have been fine if he just ruled Corsica. But no, he's Napoleon, and despite the fact that Napoleon was defeated, and, you know, was doing all this weird shit like creating the metric system, and also creating a completely new calendar, which didn't make any logical sense. Don't look up his calendar; it's insane. I don't know what day it is in Thermidor at this point, but regardless, despite the fact that he literally lost the war, the 9th war, because they kept fighting him. It took like 9 different coalitions before they defeated him. Despite that, he just kind of says, you know what, fuck it. I don't give a shit about what my agreement. So he just goes back to France. And the French government, who, again, they reinstalled the monarchy because they found some generic monarchs.
Dodged that, damn it.
They found some, like, people vaguely related to the previous monarchs and installed them as the new monarchs. The monarchs send troops after Napoleon to kill him. The troops go up to him, immediately switch sides, and invade France with Napoleon.
What?
Hold on. So, Napoleon invades France, takes over France again, installs himself as dictator again. So the allies, in quotes, declare war on Napoleon, not France. They declare war personally on Napoleon. Yeah, his story is fucking weird. There are very few people who are personally declared war on in the history of the human race. This man personally had countries trying to kill him alone. They didn't give a shit about France at all. There's like, not this guy. So, if, for anyone who doesn't know how, like, Napoleon loses again the Battle of Waterloo, which is in the epic rap battle where they're talking about, like, it'll be the Battle of Waterloo Part 2. So, if you've not heard what happened after he was defeated the second time, they determined that sending him to Corsica was not sufficient. So what they did is they sent him to the Isle of Elba, which is in the middle of the fucking Atlantic. They then put him on that island, pretty much alone. There a few people would show up every so often to visit him, but he was alone otherwise, except for his guards, and also 2 British ships that sailed around the island 24 hours a day so that he would not leave. And they did so until his death. And, like, for context on when he died, like, it was not, like, he lived quite a long time. Like, so long that he could have, like, there were several South American countries that were considering trying to kidnap him to help them revolt against the Spaniards in their own independence wars. He could have participated in the Civil War. Like, he lived a long time. It's not the Civil War, sorry. It was later in the Civil War. Not the point. He could have participated in, like, several wars, several very important wars after that. But he was perpetually trapped on that island where he could not do anything except lament the fact that he's not allowed to rule France anymore.
If
But yeah, it's like no.
No,
look
see-
up the story of Napoleon because it is insane.
This dog is shaped like an F.
Especially look up the oversimplified video if you don't care to look up the story. Just watch that.
If Napoleon was alive today, I'd give him an F.
No, honestly, he succeeded. His biggest failure was invading invading Russia in the winter. Never invade Russia in the winter.
I'd give him 5 failing grades at the same time.
Like, honestly, that man basically, like, you got to understand, we live in the modern world where you could argue that the European Union is vaguely one country of Europe. It's not quite how that works, but vaguely. Napoleon Bout did that on his own. Like, by just literally taking over Europe. Like, that man, like, there are very few things, like, there are very few people that you have to respect just because they were so insane that they attempted the impossible and nearly succeeded. Like, yeah, there goes my history lesson on the
On Napoleon.
on Napoleon. Full of inaccuracies, I am sure. Please research and watch the oversimplified video.
For a guy in jail, Fisk's men are awfully loyal.
It is both more informative and funnier than me. And I took that personally.
I literally watched a guy climb down from the crate,
Yep.
only to fall
Yep.
to his death. Like, this is
Good
what
job.
happened. I watched this.
Yeah.
That's what I watched.
Great,
Hey, new arrivals. Send me
great pathfinding.
That was so
for real, I need
fucking
rent money.
funny. Oh, where's Spider-Man? Oh, I'll go this way. Oh, shit.
Spider-Man, I just checked. There's been a rash of counterfeit bills in that neighborhood.
Counterfeit. That's a dying art.
Okay, me being a big nerd is not surprising, and me knowing stuff about Napoleon's also not surprising, given that I once again mentioned that I watch Oversimplified.
Haircuts, excessive cologne. Yep, more
Yeah, older bro would be the history teacher, and I would be the science teacher.
That's quite insulting. I have a degree in physics.
But I guess mine would be in biological science.
Yeah, cells are boring.
More backup? Guys, Willie said to take the day off. Scout's honor.
I can't punch him if he's in the air.
Mr. B saying I don't have a degree in physics yet. To be fair, you're going for a teaching degree, or like an educator's degree.
Oh, God damn it.
Like, not specifically teaching, but like you're going for being a teaching administrator, not really a physics professor.
Fucking hell, why didn't it freaking zoom to him?
I mean, honestly, Mr. B, if it interests you, I'd go for it.
Everything's quiet here.
If nothing else, it means that you have more on your resume, so that if you ever need to swap classes. Well, that's fair, but you don't have to go for like college level course. You could just go with like you could just go for like 9th grade chemistry or something.
Carpet.
It's like you don't have to necessarily get into the weeds of OChem.
Attention units, there is a reported narcotic sale in progress. Available officers, move on Yorkville.
Oh, your school specifically wants OChem. Oh, good luck with that then. Yeah, Well, I'll say it this way, Mr. B. If you go for that degree, you will 100% be asked to do that job. Because I presume it's much easier to get somebody to teach whatever classes you specifically teach now in math than it is to get an OChem teacher. Because I know you teach a calculus class, but I don't know exactly what level it is.
And they have to go to their corner.
Oh, AP calculus. Yeah, it has got to be easier to get an AP calculus teacher than it is to get an OChem teacher.
Be honest, you were all waiting next door until I thought I'd won just to be mean, weren't you?
Peter, it looks like Lee took
barely
over a
clipped
legitimate
me.
auto repair business.
Explains where the demons get all their vehicles. Trucks, ambulances.
Exactly. You shut this down, they'll have a tougher time moving around the city unnoticed.
I would hate to see the group text that got you all here. Hold on! Before we start, let me check the maximum occupancy for this place.
Spider-Man, calm down. Well, was it an AP class as well? Or was it just a generic elective?
Wait, how?
Wow, I'm
Huh?
surprised. I'm surprised you got two sections filled without it being an AP course.
MJ, I may have just done the opposite of repair at this repair shop.
What the
Don't
fuck
worry, I'll
happened
get
to
the cops
that
down
other
there.
guy?
They'll take care
I had two people left to fight, and one of them just was like, "Yeah, I'm dead."
That's all the places I could link to Martin Lee.
Oh, after you clear any hideout, she
Says that.
yeah.
Just made life a lot harder for the demons.
And easier for the DA to build a case against him. Thanks, MJ. I owe you dinner.
Ooh, nice. What price range are we talking about?
And Spider-Man does not answer that question.
Can we go for something that's like $5? No, okay.
Oh, that's fair, Mr. B. I don't imagine there's a lot of people here that are interested in what Younger Bro's doing right now. Which is perfectly fine. We are absolutely fine having people here. They're just here to talk.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what's replacing the shiny hunting right now. All
Yeah.
my benchmarking in this game. That's not actually true. It's just it feels like it's because of how long it takes these freaking benchmarks to complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened with that was he literally dropped the Molotov in front of me. And before he could throw it, I hit him, and so he dropped it.
Finn, I like how you're responding to that message that was like 30 minutes ago. I didn't see it 30 minutes ago. Fair enough.
Yeah, I realize this is boring, but unfortunately, sometimes games are boring.
Rushing to take it.
I mean, yeah, especially when you're doing very boring tasks.
I mean, to be fair, Endless Ocean is boring, and yet I'm going to play that in its entirety.
No. Endless Ocean I would not say is boring. Endless Ocean is very much a...
Oh, you say
I was gonna
that
say,
now.
it's
You
like-
say that now.
It's more like...
Trust me.
like, not cinematic, but it's like...
I enjoy that game to a
It's
T,
relaxing.
and I find it boring.
Necessary.
It's very relaxing. This is not relaxing.
What the fuck?
He slid down.
Yeah, I clipped through the roof for a split second.
Spider-Man,
Oh.
I've spoken to people on the block who say the escapees tried to break into their buildings.
Fits with what I heard. They want to take one over.
They'll be a lot easier to deal with on the street.
Yeah, remastered version is more buggy than the original version.
That is quite surprising.
Oh, backup's here. Great. Okay, you guys sing doo-wah, and I'll sing lead.
Yeah, Finn, how are you doing today? Since you weren't on the Discord earlier.
Hey, great to see you guys. We don't have backup or reinforcements here. Just team.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm honestly not certain that I'm gonna do anything after the stream. I might just go and lay down.
Yeah, there's too many guys corralled here, so I'm getting as many off the field as I can.
Writing more words. Like for your book work, Mr. B? Or in chat?
Fuck.
Oh yeah, NaNoWriMo, yeah. Sorry, I saw Nano and I didn't recognize it.
Quiet.
That's my
Everyone
fault.
in an orange jumpsuit is down for the count.
Great job. If they'd gotten into a residential building, they'd have done a lot
What
of
do we
damage.
think about the Chupacabra?
Laugh. No, wait, that's Kookaburra. Damn it.
So Chupacabra, does it exist? Well, there have been documented reports of animals that have their blood completely drained, and it's not one case at a time. Like, there has been documented cases where pretty much the entire livestock of some of these farmers, their animals were just all drained of blood at this exact same scene.
Mr. B, I wanted to come to my city. Why do you want the Chupacabra to come to your city?
But anyway,
Who do you hate that much?
now the better question is, do you think it's a dog-like creature, do you think it's a bat-like creature, or do you think it's something else entirely?
Oh, who knows?
A lot of people think it's more dog-like.
I mean, look, it's basically just a vampire.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, the only animals that suck blood are lamprey and bats.
Yeah.
Why'd you set this
I mean, honestly, I'm honestly surprised that they're the only animals that do that. You can get a lot of nutrients out of blood.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, those are the only animals that can do that. So, if there's a dog-like creature that can do that, how the hell have we not found it? Because a lot of the reported cases, it was just a dog with mange.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the more common interpretation, I think, or at least modern interpretation.
But you have to
Younger bros don't believe in leeches. Yeah, that's fair. Well, I think I think he's referring to those in with lamprey.
Okay, so let me tell you about leeches. There's only one species of leeches that actually suck blood. It's a movie trope. They demonize leeches.
Well, the reason it's a movie trope is because that's historical. Like, bloodletting was a real thing.
Yes, but it was only for one kind of leech.
Well, yeah.
Like,
but-
there, you can encounter leeches like something in, what's that one movie with the traveling kids that go see a dead body? Can't recall it.
Yeah, the Egyptians used it. Yeah, like if you, like North America has leeches that drain blood. Like it
But
may be
anyway.
one species, but that species is pretty much worldwide.
It is,
So it's like,
but it's not as
Stand By Me.
common. Stand by me, thank you.
well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What do you mean by it's not as common? Like, I watch videos of a guy who literally goes and unclogs culvert grids, and he constantly interacts with these leeches, and has to ensure that he doesn't get them on them because they are blood draining leeches. They're just out in the middle of nowhere.
You know, this would be way more fun if
Like,
you
that's-
guys
Maybe I'm
made
turning
noises.
this one wrong. Anyways,
Are you saying it's just like it's not as like it's not every leech?
it is not every leech.
Well,
Not
yeah.
all leeches are blood suckers. As far as I'm aware, there's only one type of leech that blood sucks.
Yeah.
Like, there are leeches that will attach to you. That's
Yeah.
factual. And
Yeah.
in fact, most leeches would attach to you, but not all of them drain blood.
Yeah. I am not aware of this movie specifically.
Stand by me?
Yeah. I
That's a
don't.
very famous movie.
Yeah, but I don't know movies by name.
It's about kids who hear about this dead body along the train tracks, and they go explore to see this dead body.
Oh, it's a
And-
Stephen King movie. I think I vaguely have heard of this.
I'll let you know how
This
it
sounds familiar.
That was a Stephen King movie?
goes. Hey, you do this.
Did you just call him Stephen King?
Stephen King, Stephen King, whatever, but
Yeah. Well, it's at least an adaptation. It might predate Stephen King. This game is
Stand By Me is largely inspired by Stephen King's real childhood.
Yeah. So, where was the body, Stephen King?
I didn't know this movie was based off of a book. I thought it was just a very famous movie.
Well, it's
Well,
a
it is.
movie based on a book based on Stephen King's actual life.
That's okay. I didn't know that.
Like, so where's the body?
For money, right? Well, how much to lay
But
off?
anyway,
And don't say more than 20.
Did you report it?
they were kids. So, well, okay, they didn't report it in the movie. Some teenagers reported it.
Yeah.
But anyway, leeches are not something to be feared. Yes, there are blood-sucking leeches. Yes, they exist, but as
Yeah,
long,
look,
as, long
here's
as
the
you
thing.
get them off of you, they're not.
Yeah,
an
that's the thing.
issue.
Is it's not. I'm not specific. Like, I'm not the person who's gonna be here, sitting here and saying like, "Oh yeah, leeches are a demonic creature that we need to avoid at all costs." It's just like, I just don't want them on me. I don't give a shit if they drain my blood or not. I'm just like, I just want them to stay off.
Like, I've had leeches on me. I have been out in the pond. I have gotten a lot of leeches on me from my grandpa's pond. None of them ever sucked blood.
You guys ever feel like your helmets make this impersonal?
Well, the other thing is that leeches. It
Like-
takes a long time for leeches to drain blood. Like, they don't do it quickly. So like, even if
Like,
you
if
had
you
them on
leave
for like,
them on you, yeah, they'll puff up enough, and they'll keep draining your blood. The ones that do suck blood, but others they just attach to you. They don't.
that's what I'm saying. It's
hurt
like
you
it
in
would
any
take
way.
it would take like an hour before they would get like noticeably bit.
Yeah, I saw that. He's gone. Goal.
It's like boom.
Anyway, if you want,
But yeah, so it's like
if you want a better up close scenario with leeches, look up Coyote's video on them. That's where I got my information. I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think if the blood-sucking leeches were the ones from Africa. Like, one of them isn't common, the other one is common.
That took long.
again.
just go look
again,
up Coyote's
I was gonna say,
video.
given the fact that that bloodletting is a thing that's been done in North America, Europe, Egypt.
There
I
is a
presume
thing
that
called
it's
a
the
black
common one.
market.
Well, yes, but it was a common medical practice. Like, and it wasn't just the rich. Like, the poor did
Officially, I
bloodletting.
can't condone that. Unofficially,
Like, I don't think they. I think that was the common one. Unfortunately, I don't have my phone with me. So I'll have to actually use the computer to look things up.
I am now looking up the video on this because I'm trying to remind myself. I haven't watched this in a while. It's been a couple years. I'm trying to see what kind of leeches they are. Yeah, Coyote specifically says not all leeches suck blood.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's in dispute here.
Okay, so one of the leeches is the European leech. That is the leech that sucks blood, and that's the one that's less common. The other ones that are more common, them sucking blood, that just doesn't happen. Yeah, you're walking through water in the U.S. and you get leeches on you. They will not suck your blood.
Like, I'm just saying, dude. Like, literally, bloodletting has been a thing since in ancient India, like from 2,500 years ago. Like, before there was like trade, like common trade between Europe and India. Like, so like I have several suspicions that video that is either incorrect or is not has some asterisks to it, because like I'm pretty sure
We're specifically talking about North America.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like I'm just saying, unless Europe. Oh, that's weird. Unless European leeches are specifically also Indian leeches. Yeah, I think that's. I'm just saying I have many questions about that article. Or, well, not that video.
Where was bloodletting done?
In ancient India, in more or less modern Europe. Like,
Yeah,
that's
and that's
thousands of
European-
miles.
That's European leech.
So you're saying the European leech, despite the fact that there's over 600 different variants of leech, the European leech is the same leech as in that's in India since
I don't know about
2500 BC
India, but the other one that you said was
and
in Europe.
Egypt.
The other one that you said was in Europe, that's the European leech specifically.
Yes.
I don't know about India.
Yeah.
Another guy.
It's sad that when I see a mob rushing toward me, I assume they
But
wanna
anyway,
kill me.
Coyote was
They always
specifically
do.
saying the U.S.
Spider-Man. Every worker assigned to that site reported winning big in Atlantic City recently.
Quick and dirty way to launder money. Could be where Fisk keeps his cash these days.
We shut it down, we'll really put the squeeze on it. I'm working on a warrant.
Way ahead of you.
Damn. smash that guy through the fence.
You kidding me? Reinforcements. Great. I was getting kind of sick of these other guys. Davey! More of them. Find someone who cares about you like Willie's guys care about getting kicked in the face, and you'll be golden.
Yeah, so here's an article talking about all leeches and how they work. So there's some 600 species of leeches. Approximately 10% of all leeches across the entire world, so again around
Won't have any problems here now.
60
Wilson
species,
Fisk's problems
are
just keep
blood
adding
sucking.
up. Nice
The
going.
rest just eat decaying larvae and stuff like that. And there are a couple in North America that are blood sucking. Again, these are not hard and known statements because it's kind of hard to know how many variants of leech there are. But there are a few in the U.S. that are blood sucking, and 10% worldwide are. And that includes Antarctica. Like there are leeches that go from Antarctica as well.
But what are the odds of encountering them? The blood-sucking ones specifically.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how you'd calculate that. Like,
well, just look up the habitat of each leech. Like we talking mainly Central America, North America, South America.
every America, like every continent. Like, that's what I'm saying. There are leeches on every single continent.
I'm saying the bloodsuckers in the U.S.
There are
Robbery in progress.
blood-sucking leeches on every single continent.
I know, but I'm saying, is it the northern U.S., central U.S., or the southern U.S.?
Let him get you airborne! Spider-Man! Make him! Don't mess with Kingpin and live! No! Knock him out! Lucky shot!
Back up! For a guy in jail, Fisk's men are awfully loyal.
I'm gonna put your mouth permanent! I can't punch him if he's in the air! 2 on net!
Hey, new arrivals! Did I mention this is a rent party? Chip in. No, for real, I need rent money.
Bad day!
Spider-Man, I just checked. There's been a rash of counterfeit bills in that neighborhood.
As far as I can tell, the information you're looking for does not
My part to
exist.
make it extinct.
There is no, like, because it is, like, it's not researched enough.
Yep, more Fisk goons.
So, but I can tell you this. There are articles from Mr. B's State of Maine about leeches, and there's another article in the state of Missouri. So, like, let's say the entire eastern half of the United States definitely has leeches. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think there's a lot of people that go out there and document every single species of leech and its exact habitat and where it's been found. Because generally people just don't like leeches that much.
Everything's quiet here now, Captain.
Great. That's one more revenue stream Wilson Fisk can't use.
Like,
to
for
pay his
example,
lawyers.
This is a map of one specific leech. Not a species, just one specific, like, leech variant of the 600. And it appears in, like, 30 locations in the world, one of which is in deep Russia, one of which is on the eastern seaboard of the US. A lot of them are in Europe. And that's one single variant of the 600 variants. So it's like, I don't know what like, you want me to tell you, man. Like, I can't find that level of information.
That's kind of what I wanted you to do, which was look up each leech individually.
I don't think I don't think I have the capability of doing that.
As long as you know the name, you can find it.
Okay. I am not invested enough in this conversation to look up 600 different leech variations and attempt to find information on every single
Didn't you say there's
biohabitat of
only,
every
like,
leech.
8 different species in the U.S. that blood sucked?
Yeah, and would you believe that I struggled to even find any of the names of the variants that bloodsuck because I can't find it. So, I'm sorry I can't help you. The point is, they are around within the U.S. I don't have further information.
Please proceed to Columbia.
Just expect that if you encounter a leech, there's probably a 90% chance it does not suck your blood.
And I think that's what Coyote was trying to get across.
Yeah, and again, and that's fair. But I would say that level of information was not sufficient. But I also can't blame him for not giving more information, given that I just tried to find that information and struggled. So, you know what? I'll give the man his due. I cannot find much more specific information than what he provided. Pizza Hut's minimum delivery cost is $15. Yeah, that's pretty common.
Anyway, I think what Coyote was doing, he was showing you the worst case scenario if it happens to you.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, it's
But
very
it is
unlikely.
just
You're correct.
Very unlikely.
But
to
the
occur.
other thing is that most people cannot distinguish between variants of leech. Like, they look vaguely the same. Like, there's
Yeah,
probably
they're like, they're swimming like little bands of...
Yeah. So, I'm also not going to, like, I'm not going to fault anyone whose immediate response is, since I don't know if it's bloodsucking or not, I'm just going to assume it is. Because, like, that's safer. So,
I mean... But I think what Coyote was saying is you shouldn't always assume that immediately.
yeah. And
Because there's just such a small number of these leeches that actually blood suck.
Yeah, and that's fair. But it's also one of those things where it's like,
You
even
should
if they
still
don't,
be mindful of
yeah,
it.
it's like even if they don't, it's like I just wouldn't want to get in the water that has leeches. So it's just like, it's, yeah, 90% chance I'm going to actually get any kind of illness from this, but like, or not 10% chance I'm going to get an illness from this, but just like I also don't care.
So here's an interesting thing about leeches. Leeches don't really thrive in like the kind of scenario that the boys were in the movie Stand By Me.
No, like just inside a body. No,
Okay.
it's like yeah, they
No. It wasn't in the body.
Well,
So where they encountered the leeches was basically almost in like a... Basically, it had rained in the forest and there were leeches in that water.
I mean, yes and no. Not in a puddle.
Yeah,
But-
that
But yeah, just
has
in
to be
like
rare.
just in small ponds and
Small
like stuff like
ponds.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
creeks. That's usually
Yeah,
where you find
but
them.
not in like a puddle.
No.
Like you can have frogs do that. Frogs will
Frogs
lay
will,
eggs in
yes.
like in rainwater ponds. But leeches, no, not unless it connected with a body of water at some point and then the connection dried up.
So here's another interesting thing about leeches, or at least a type of leech. There's a type of leech out there that you can encounter in grass, like very tall grass.
Yeah.
But I can't really remember what type of grass it was. Okay, not grass. What type of leech it was. Like, there are leeches that can survive without water. But generally, they are in the water.
You guys are persistent. What kind of pay you get? Asking for a friend.
Spider-Man, I did some research.
Dynamo is actually based off an eel or a lamprey.
Gotcha. Unlock
Yeah,
the
it's not a
approach
leech.
myself right now. I'll let you
But
know
a lamprey is a leech-like creature.
Yeah. I'm not sure how closely they're related, but they're close enough related.
Hey, you do this for money, right?
That was a joke. I mean, that's fair.
Don't say more than 20.
Lamprey are more closely related to, like,
Yeah.
fish than eels, actually.
Yeah. Mr. B, it flew about as high over his head as Dynamo canonically flies. Because as a reminder, Dynamo does not swim. I mean, like, I guess it swims in the air.
I tried dodging it.
But yeah, this one, it's actually kind of hard to figure out if this one is a blood-sucking leech, because all it says is it was used in medicine in Europe. So it's like, so I presume it's a blood-sucking leech based on that, but it doesn't actually mention that. So it's like, so
Yeah,
as
leeches
far as I can
have
tell,
been used for remedies.
yeah, I mean they still are. That's the thing. There are still some illnesses where like bloodletting is used, and it's not even just in developing countries or like undeveloped countries. Like you can have leech treatment in the U.S. for certain things because like that it's actually scientifically useful, as opposed to in Europe in the 1800s where it was not medically useful and in fact often killed you.
All that drama, and for what?
Yeah, if it was a joke, Mr. B, that I didn't see it as a joke. Like I did not see a joke in your
Captain.
sentence.
The area's secure and the cells are all empty.
Officially, I can't condone that. Unofficially, thanks.
It's very hard to tell when somebody's joking, without them being in the same room as you. Like it's kind of like a similar thing with sarcasm. You can't really read sarcasm. And older brother's not paying attention.
I am not. I'm sorry, I'm interested in leech stuff now because we went on a tirade about that.
Active drug deal reported. Any units in the vicinity, please respond. Please proceed to Spanish Harlem. Over.
Oh, did I tell you what happened at Walmart today?
No.
Okay, so today,
This being the store, not
yeah,
the
the
business.
store.
Yeah.
The store. So today, I got my money from Dollar General, my last paycheck from Dollar General.
Sure.
Like, okay, I'll go replace my shells.
No?
Sure.
So while I was shelf hunting, I ran into a couple Shadow Bros.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually the Shadow Bro I thought I saw last week. Instead of, mistaking him for his brother.
Yeah.
I saw his brother too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. While me and father were heading to the back, he wanted me to ask out a girl.
Peter, it looks like leads
And
are
I'm
over a legitimate
just
auto
like,
repair business.
Explains where the demons get all their
right
vehicles.
now I
Trucks,
just want to focus on
Exactly. You shut this
the
down,
shelf.
they'll have a
Like,
tougher time moving around
I'm
the
just
city
here to buy
unnoticed.
shells. I'm not here to hit on girls. Jesus Christ.
Hate to see the group
Yeah,
text
like-
that got you all here.
I would, like, yeah, that is so fucking inappropriate. It's just like,
What? Seriously.
just like, no. Not only no, it's like, yeah, I would, like,
Let me check the max
I would
velocity
actually be
for this
quite
place.
insulted if I was there. Just like, no. Like,
Yeah, he's like, I want you to go over there and talk to her. I'm like, yeah, I didn't do that. Like, we were passing her as we were headed to the self-checkout aisle, and I just ignored him. I was like, no. Like, guys, I do
Your-
want a girlfriend,
your father's
but not
com-
like that.
like, look, I've said many times, I like girls. I'll come back to Mr. B's statement in a moment. I like girls.
I may have
I
just
want to
done
be in a
the
relationship with a girl.
opposite of repair
Every time I
and
hear
repair
your
shop.
father try to make
How
any
did the cops
kind
come
of
there?
statement
That'll
about
clean things up.
relationships, it makes me want to be asexual.
That's
It
all the
makes me
places I
want
could
to
lead
never
It
have
makes me
any
life a lot
interest in
harder for the
sex again.
demons.
And easier
Because it's
for
just
DA
like
to
the-
build a
it's-
case against him.
His reactions to things make me very uncomfortable.
I owe you dinner.
But yeah, getting back to Mr. B's
He-
statement.
He pointed to her and said, "That's the kind of girl you want to ask out." I'm like, it's like,
What
how-
the fuck
how-
does that even mean?
He looked at her and she thought she was a bit nerdy because she had glasses on. Like, he took one look at a person and said, "I know what that person's about." I'm just like, no, you don't.
What the fuck, man?
But yeah, he wanted me to go up to her and flirt with her.
Yeah. If I discovered that me and younger bro swap bodies in the morning, I mean, I'd probably be more shocked about like actually having some body fat. Because like my body is not capable of generating body fat.
Yeah, older bro would relish it
Yeah.
and rub it in my face, saying, "Ha, I'm fat."
I would unfortunately probably also lose half that weight within 2 weeks just due to like my work. I don't know how much. Yeah, like I don't know how much this
I worked
this body
hard-
switching works.
I
like-
want to say I did probably more manual labor than you, and I barely lost like 20 pounds.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
don't think you would get
For a guy in jail,
as skinny as you think you would.
maybe not. I don't know. But I find that I have no luck with these things.
But anyway,
Hey, new arrivals! Did I mention this is a rent party? Chip in. No, for real, I need rent money.
but yeah, father's not a very patient guy. He
Checked.
just
There's
will
been a
not
rash of
let us
counterfeit bills in that neighborhood.
wait till an opportunity
art.
presents
I'll
itself
do my
for
part
us
to make
to
it extinct.
like get
He's just
girlfriends and
he
stuff.
is not a yeah.
He's just not a patient guy.
Yeah.
He wants me to have a girlfriend right now, move in with her, and then I guess
Guys, Willie said to take the day off.
you don't move in. I don't know.
It's
I have no idea what he wants. He wants like 20 different things at once.
Yeah, this is the thing. I've said this and I continue to say this. When I move out, I don't know if he knows this or cares, but like I don't think he really understands. Even if he might know this, I don't think he understands. When I move out, our current relationship means that
Everything's
I
quiet
will
here,
never
Captain.
ever
That's one
want
more
to
revenue
talk to
stream
him
Wilson
ever
can't
again.
use to pay his lawyers.
As soon as I move out, I will have no desire to talk to him. I might, depending on further comments that he makes, bar him from entering my house. Like, that's the level of no relationship that we have. And there's many things that he said to you that just make me be like, I don't think he understands that he's pushing you in that direction almost. Like, maybe not quite to that level where you're like, I never want to interact with him again. But, like, it's just like, that is the attitude that at least I get from all the shit he said. None of it makes me want to listen to him or interact with him.
Anytime he talks about shit other than mom, I kind of ignore him. 'Cause
Yeah. It's just like, it's like, I don't understand how a father can be that way. Like, I get,
like, he says stuff, but he doesn't really
All units.
make good on his
yeah, but it's just
sayings.
like, I'm just sick of his
He's
shit.
just a talker.
Yeah.
And I mean a talker in like a bad way.
Yeah, that's the point. It's like, I'm just kind of sick of his shit. What I want him to do is shut the fuck up. I want him to go 2 weeks without saying a goddamn word and just listen to people. And not make any fucking comments that are unnecessary or inappropriate or just come out of nowhere. It's like, guys, if you think younger bros comments come out of goddamn nowhere and make no logical sense, at least they're funny. At least they're jokes. He is not joking. He just makes random comments of just like, oh, yeah, well, I saw this random girl nearby, and so, therefore, you should, immediately ask her out, because, I mean, she's a woman. And that's almost a line he said.
He's trying to teach me pickup lines.
Yeah,
that
and
is
it's just
what
like-
he's trying to teach me.
Yeah,
I'm
and it's just like-
I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Black Friday special.
But he is not capable of understanding that or processing. He is not capable of adapting to other people.
Spider-Man, that site's taken delivery of enough concrete to build 2
Like,
sky.
In his mind,
Wait, don't
if
tell
it
me.
works for him, it should work for everyone. And
Yeah.
that's not how that works.
Probable cause to get on
I'll
site.
say this. I did notice that girl. I said nothing about her at all. I did see that she was working. I don't know what she was working on. It looked like she was unpacking medical supplies of some sort.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. I just looked her way, but I have a wandering eye.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I constantly look around. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, where I'm walking.
Yeah.
My eyes are everywhere.
Yep.
And I guess he saw that. He's like, oh, yeah, you should go ask her out. And I said absolutely nothing.
Yeah. You're just like, it's gonna be one of those days. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. B, I am very bad at starting relationships at all, and somehow I've had 2 relationships, so I really don't understand how either of those worked.
Like me, I can ask out a girl after I've known her for a while.
Yeah.
Captain,
But I've
got
not
Fisk's guys and
had...
probable
I only
cause
had
on
one
me.
that ever
Wrapped
told
up
me
and away.
yes.
Good job. Fisk thinks he can run things
Don't know
from
why.
inside, but he's gonna find out why long-distance relationships don't work out.
Darn it, Yuri, why you talking about relationships and how they're not working out?
Her name is Yuri.
Anyway.
Like, what do you expect?
I'm just like, are you kidding me, game? The timing with that statement. But anyways. Yeah, I don't even know what to do with, like, the future of me getting married. if that makes sense. I have no
Yeah.
idea what the future's going to bring with that.
Yep. I mean, I don't think most people do.
Like, I have thought about doing online dating, not only virtual. I mean, like, going,
Yeah.
scheduling a date
Yeah.
in world and going
Yes.
to meet a person.
That is how online dating generally works.
Well, I know there are some sites where you just only do virtual.
Yeah,
dating.
it's.
And I don't want a kind of relationship
I
like
assume
that.
that's usually referred to as virtual dating.
Like, there have been situations where people have married each other not even on the same continent.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. I want to
yeah.
be within this, definitely the same, at least the same state or, the same region.
Yeah, the same geographical region.
I mean, if by some miracle I meet a YouTuber and she's like in, I don't know, say Japan, I would pay to get her a flight if she's not afraid of flying on a plane, because I ain't going there.
Yeah.
Or if I do, it'd have to be by boat.
Yeah, I mean that's a common thing, Mr. B. It's like it's not even really about
These other guys, not impressive.
it's not even about the romance. It's just literally about the I just want somebody to talk to. That's apparently a like I was watching or I was listening to somebody talk about that. They're like, yeah, what if instead of starting a
More like illegal weapons.
instead of having a like another dating site, somebody started a site where it's just
Extra assassins are gonna be so
it's just two people and their friends.
It's not that I'm not glad
Like
to
just
see
start an online service that the entire point is you just be online friends with people. And it's
So,
just like
Meagle.
more demons.
I mean vaguely, but just like vaguely that's Discord as well. But like you join Discord with your friends already. You don't generally just jump into random chat rooms and try to find friends.
But there are random chat rooms
yeah,
that you
th-
can
you
do
can
that.
do that.
I've done that.
But yeah, I don't know if people specifically do that where they like do online dating just for companionship, but like it's pretty common to have just like I've just been in a relationship and I don't necessarily want to be in a relationship. I just want to have people to talk to. Especially if you're older where it's like you may not have other friends.
MJ, call the police. I've got
Yeah,
the place
me,
secured.
like, there were several people I would have liked to have a relationship with. One of them said that she would have if she wasn't interested in another guy at the moment, and she went and asked out that guy.
Yep.
I don't think it worked out too well, because I think they broke up within like a
And
month.
easier for
Yep.
the DA to build a case against him.
Anyway, I didn't get a chance to re-ask her out because that was at the end of my senior year.
And she's gone.
And here's the thing, I had her information and we did talk after our senior year.
Yep.
Because I saw her again at Ivy Tech.
Yeah.
So I saw her again in college, and that's where I got her information and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I think she was doing online dating stuff.
Yeah.
It must have really pissed her off.
Mhm.
Because she told me a story where she dated someone and she met them over Instagram.
Yeah.
She quit Instagram after she stopped dating that person.
Yep.
But she also quit Instagram because she told me she wasn't getting enough, like, impressions, reactions, or whatever. She wasn't getting enough likes on her post, so she was like, yeah, I'm done. Which
mean-
is funny because she had, like, over 3,000 followers. But anyways, regardless, I think
Just
the main
imagine
reason,
being like, I'm
region.
going to quit this internet service because I'm not getting enough views.
Anyway, I think the main reason was because of that one guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't generally use social media for the views.
anyway, I guess she was dating somebody else on Facebook, or at least that's what I assumed, because she stopped using Facebook, and that was how I was keeping in contact with her.
Yep.
So I have no idea how I would contact her now, because I didn't have her phone number. I had her Ivy Tech email, but
Yeah,
once
you
you
don't have
leave
that.
Ivy Tech, And if you don't use that email for a while, it is gone.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how a lot of colleges work. Like, most colleges, you do not keep your college email after college.
So, the only way I can contact her now is through her friends. Because I suspect they're the only ones who have any idea what she's been up to.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of an awkward conversation if I just start off saying, hey, where's Alyssa? How's she doing?
Yeah.
As an example. Like. But anyway. So I just didn't pursue it.
Understandable.
I don't think she likes social media to begin with.
Yeah.
Mainly
Also understandable.
Mainly because she has told me she got a lot of hate speech on both Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
So I don't think she liked a lot of the negativity.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this. I did not know this being friends with her. She is a very, very sensitive person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd do it.
And I found that out the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I tease all my friends. Like,
yeah.
Not like in a hateful way. I just mess with you. That's the kind of person I am. And she had to tell Bestie to tell me to stop teasing her.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal because I've known her for a long time. I'm talking years. I'm talking like since my first middle school years.
Mm-hmm.
Long ass time. Longer than Bestie.
Yeah.
Great patrolling, but I do have notes.
And she had Bestie yell at me because I was just being friendly and teasing her a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, not everybody's okay with that, and that's okay.
But that pegs the question, why did she have Bestie?
Some people just are not good with confrontation generally, which it sounds like she wasn't. I'm guessing that she's the kind of person who's like very bad at like she doesn't take negative comments well, and she's not good at confronting people about those negative comments.
But
so it's just like
how it came across to me is if it felt like I did something bad.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's how she views that.
Like it felt like she couldn't talk to me. I'm like,
Time for a shift change, huh? Good.
yeah, you gotta understand that for some people, even that is like not acceptable. That's just like it's.
But I'm just like, why didn't you tell me? I would have stopped.
Yep, that's that's a tale as old as time. Just like you could have just said I'm not okay with this, and then I would have stopped doing it. But instead, you've like gone about it the extremely long way for unknown reasons.
Like I don't always like tease my friends every time I am around them.
Yeah.
At all. But I guess she felt like I
I was gonna say then you're much nicer. You're much nicer to your friends than I am.
More demons. I don't suppose we can settle this with some fruit.
I actually do not know the situation. We didn't talk for a long time after that.
Yeah.
Then we got into the same computer lab together.
Yeah.
And that's when I found out what it was over.
Yeah.
It was some joke that I kept telling her.
Yeah.
Apparently she didn't like it. She's like, this is why I stopped talking to you. I'm like, it was? I was not told this.
Yeah. Wouldn't you believe that sometimes that's the problem?
MJ,
It's just
call
like
the police.
maybe
I've got the
you
place
could have
secured.
said something.
Nice job.
Anyway, after that,
Get guns off the street,
bygones,
it's a win.
bygones, and I became better friends with her after that.
Yeah.
That's all the places I could
So
put
it would-
Mark Lee. We just made life a lot
Very,
harder for
very
you.
strange situation.
And easier
Very
for the
strange.
TA to build a case against him. Thanks, MJ.
So how are we doing?
I don't know. Oh, good. One of them's done. So, doing the 50 combo now.
Yeah.
Oh, throw. I only have to do. Okay.
I owe you dinner.
Okay.
It's literally one enemy.
one enemy. I didn't even notice. Yeah, so I've heard different tales of online dating. So
I mean, it's the same kind of thing with like in-world dating. Just
yeah,
like it's
somewhat conversating.
Yeah.
Somewhat staying on topic with Mr. B's conversation here.
Yeah.
I've heard that it is really bad, and I've also seen that it's decent.
yeah,
Because my uncle,
Yeah.
his brother, our father's brother.
Yep.
I didn't know this, but his wife, he met online.
yeah, it's like that's the thing. She's like, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be like different per person.
And I told this to one of my coworkers. He's like, "Whoa, that is rare."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily rare. But
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
told me it was rare and that it rarely ever works out. I'm like,
Ran out of luck, Spider-Man.
I don't know if that's true.
I think there's an inherent bias in it. It's because, for example, when you're doing dating, you generally are not going up to literally every single girl and saying, "Here's my information, date me."
Yeah.
Online dating
that's
is
a player.
online
I'm
dating.
not a
Yeah, but
player.
online dating is that. It's literally just here's my information. It's sent out to pretty much everybody based on their settings. So it's literally just like throw. So it's like, yeah, of course it's gonna be much less. The odds are gonna be much worse
Oh, you lucky.
when you're throwing it at like 9,000 people at once instead of one person at a time.
But yeah,
So it's like, yeah,
I don't know whether I'm going to be better at online dating than real life dating, because how I do it is I meet somebody over the time. If I get to know them, I could start to like them. If
Yeah.
I do, I ask them out.
that is a fairly normal process.
Like, guys, I do not ask out anybody that I do not know.
Yeah, why the heck would you want to ask out people you have no knowledge of?
But your parole hearing.
Like, I've had friends at school tell me, "Hey, that chick is kind of cute. Go ask her out." I'm like, "No, I don't
Getting
know."
reports of shots fired.
Yeah, it's like,
I can confirm that. They're not hitting anyone though.
Try to keep it that way.
Since I'm the only one they're aiming
yeah,
at.
like that's a strange concept of just being like, yes, I'm just gonna ask out a random person I don't know.
It's sad that a bunch of criminals have more loyal friends than me.
Yeah, like, even, like, Blue has tried to help me get a girlfriend, and we just didn't find a lot of people.
Yeah,
Like, he tried to get me with his ex. 'Cause
that seems strange.
well, at first, I liked her, and
Yeah.
this was before I was open
Settle for neutral.
about who I liked. Because, guys, for the longest time, I didn't tell anybody who I liked.
Yeah,
And that,
probably a good policy.
no, it wasn't, because it bit me in the butt one day, because his ex that he tried to get me with
Mhm.
was also the same girl I tried to get with freshman year.
Well, no. I meant it's probably a good, like, it's probably a fine policy of, like, if you just don't want to be bothered about, like, relationships, not telling people. But, like, yeah, I guess I can see that being a
Yeah.
bit strange.
But I'm saying, like, not telling Blue that I like this girl,
Uh-huh.
it was bad for me.
Yeah.
Because he ended up asking her out, and she said yes. I'm like,
Yeah. It's okay. Sucks, but it happens.
Captain.
Literally, I had the
roommates and all
opposite
their
happen to
guns
me.
are webbed up and waiting.
Thanks. No
Although my friend in high school did actually tell me about this girl, I literally did not know who she was because I'd never seen her. He just talked about a girl that he liked vaguely, and then I had a girl in my class that I ended up hanging out with, and it turned out it was the girl he liked. And then we dated for like a year.
But
She got very pissed off at me, like, you didn't show me photos of the girl. How the fuck am I supposed to know? I didn't remember her damn name.
But I had some regret because literally, like a few weeks before that, Blue asked me who I liked,
Yeah.
and I didn't. I was clammed up about it. And if I would have
Lord, yeah.
told him,
Yeah. You fool. But no, it's yeah. These things happen. It's fine.
Yeah, you remember when we went to that convention?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the girl we ran into? The one that I hugged in front of you?
Vaguely?
That was her.
Oh. All right.
Looks like she's dating someone else now. Good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah, I've been over her for a real long time.
Yeah.
So I found out something about her that I didn't know about because I hanged around her a lot.
Yeah.
She can get really mad.
Yeah. You don't say.
I only experienced it once. She got mad at me over Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
But
You still need to throw the person.
that same day she forgave me and I said sorry about whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like she explained it to me. I'm like, okay, I understand.
Yeah. You still need to throw that person off the side of the building.
I already did it.
Okay. I didn't see it trigger.
I did it in the last one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Gun running.
So,
Down the supply.
and she's one of our Shadow Bros too, so I experienced it a little bit more. She rages hard at like Fortnite. It kind of reminds me a little bit of me in a way,
I can't imagine.
Oh, hey, more guys.
but I think
Sounds like you two would have been terrible for each other,
Unless you're not wearing
I think she's a little bit worse about it,
already.
as in,
which is shocking.
like me. If I get mad at
Surrender?
something, I'm mad for about a good, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
She would be mad about it for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know if that's just gamers. Like, gamers get pissed off at a lot of things in video
Yeah.
games. But me, I do.
You
heavily
must
get pissed off.
respect the gamer rage. Just imagine watching or standing in front of Spider-Man next to your friend, watching him break his fucking neck.
Like, yeah. Why would you keep attacking Spider-Man if you see that? Like, Spider-Man breaks your friend's face in front of you and you attack him. You must have some balls on you. Like,
Just like, but maybe I'll finally be the one to take down Spider-Man and I'll be the hero no one deserves.
and then he breaks your arm.
yeah.
But anyway, so when I rage, sometimes my friends would make fun of me about it. I don't care. Like, I've stopped caring if people make fun of me, whatever. But you probably shouldn't make fun of her when she rages.
Yeah.
Like, I shut up about it. I'm just like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to get yelled at today.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway.
Yeah, I'm feeling very exhausted. So I think I will just end up laying down after this.
Okay. But yeah, I have no idea who it's going to be when I get married or if I get another girlfriend.
Yep.
Because right now, guys, I only got one girl in my life, and she as far as I'm aware, does not want to get with me.
I was okay. Before you said that, I was going to make a joke about it being your sister, but like, never mind.
I've said I like Bestie.
No. You know what? I've got nothing to say to that. I've got nothing. There's no statement I could say that would be funny. That would be any more funny than that situation. So we're just gonna leave it at that.
I mean, yeah, we have our sister, but not like that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
No, sorry. It was just the reaction of just to me being like, I was gonna make a joke about, yeah, it's like there's only one girl in my life, and it is and I was gonna make the joke of, and it's your sister, and then you're like, but I don't think, yeah, but I don't think she'd want to get with me like that. And I'm just like, you know what? Let's not make that joke.
Yeah,
But-
I've probably asked Bestie out
Yeah.
3 different times, and one of them she said she was unsure.
Yeah.
That's probably the best you're gonna get, dude.
Just take that as a no.
Yeah, I've told her if she ever wants to get with me, just say the word. But I'm also so on my end, I'm just like, if somebody else comes up and they ask me out, I might say yes.
Yeah, I mean, there is an open door policy. It doesn't mean it's exclusive. That's probably not the best way to describe that, but yeah, I don't. You're under arrest.
Bad news. More Sable guys.
You aren't even a legal, like a legal police force. You're a private security force for Osborne and for Sable,
Spider-Man,
which is not legal.
before. Sable International's got their hands too full to do anything about it, but they don't care if we do.
I was gonna take him down anyway, but this makes it more fun.
But yeah, I can tell Bestie wants to get out of the house. And I've even offered, hey, I will take you to the park or something. I'll take you to a movie. You clearly want to get out of the house, and I have not heard a response.
Yeah.
For that. There was one time I said, I'll take you out places if you want. Not like a day we can just hang out.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
She's like, give me some time to think on it. I've asked her if she wants to go out and do things twice since then, and I've not heard a response.
Yeah.
Just
I think she's uninterested.
like, here's the thing, I'm not even asking her out. I'm just telling her, hey, I will take you to the movies or something.
Yeah. I think
As a
she
friend.
is uninterested.
Just won't stop.
Look,
But here's the thing. Soon after those 2 things, the only thing that I've heard since then was she asked me if she wanted to move in with her. Like, me and her get a place together. And I'm just like...
it's like, girl, you're
I think she's trying to find a way for us to hang out more often without me taking her to the movies. And so...
yeah, but just think about
I
the
know,
logical progression of this
I
concept.
know.
You know, there's this guy, and I want to hang out with him, but I don't actually want to go do anything with him or spend any time together. I just want to live in the same house as him. It's like, what the...
So I thought I could read this girl, and she said that no one knew her better than me. But even I'm at the point where I'm like, I have no idea what she wants anymore.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
Captain, all the people in the cells are out, and we've got their property back.
Good. And Sable International swears
Anyway,
they're going
since
to
then, all
prosecute
I've been
that fraud.
doing is helping her with
I'll believe it when I
Pokemon
see
and
it.
telling her I'll be writing stuff soon. If I get time. And guys, I did have time to write stuff. It's just mobile's kind of taken all of that time now. So until I'm done editing mobile series, I cannot work on my writing.
I think I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
So you see the situation with some of the girls
Civilians are
I
trapped following a
was
vehicle collision. Additional
into.
officers needed in Times Square. Over.
But yeah, guys, I've only ever had 2 girlfriends in my life. One of them I am still in contact with, but she broke up with me. And then my second girlfriend, I did forgive her eventually, but she dated me for 2 days. Then she broke up with me after asking me out. She asked me out, and she broke up with me. I'm just like... For the longest time, guys, she didn't say sorry for that. I met her again in college, and that's when she told me she was sorry because she saw that I was in one of our classrooms. Sort of.
Oh, hey, you must
She saw that we were in the online chat. I'm talking about my second girlfriend, how she didn't say sorry for me after dating me for 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's...
She noticed that I was in one of her classes online.
Yeah.
So she
ready for a shift change, huh?
texted me saying,
These other guys?
hey, I saw you and I wanted to take this opportunity to say I'm sorry. I'm like, cool.
Peter, that place is supposed to be a bespoke furniture manufacturer.
From what I can see, it's more like a
Needless to say, I have really, really bad
I
luck
don't
with
think they're really
girls.
Yeah.
The hipster assassin
I've probably asked
detects
out nearly
so
every girl I know.
It's not that I'm not glad to see more of you.
God damn it.
It's oh no wait. It is that I'm not glad to see more of you.
I think there was only...
More demons. I don't suppose we could settle this with
I
some
think there was like
fruit pies.
2 girls that I knew that I didn't ask out. One of them, they asked me out, but I wasn't interested in them. And when she asked me out, it was in kindergarten. That's when I got asked out by her.
I'm starting to feel less comfortable about this conversation.
Well, she has liked me even since then. She liked me for a long, long time. I'm talking like up till freshman year in high school.
So just to be clear about this, guys, Younger Bro had a literal girl next door anime trope trying to ask him out.
That's all the places I
Yeah, I just didn't like her
We just made life a
like
lot
that.
harder for the demons.
And easier for the DA to build a case against.
I don't even know if I was really friends with her. I barely remember her. The only reason I remember her is because she was the sister of one of my best friends.
Just be happy that she did not become a yandere.
We've got a 10-10 narcotics still in progress.
Like she
Local unit on scene. Report came in from Clinton. Over.
she's not yandere or anything like that.
Yes, clearly.
She's one of those.
She didn't stab you.
She's one of those all that kind of girl. As in, she thinks she's hot shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how best to describe it other than that.
I mean, I think that's fair.
Sleep it off.
But she's also not the worst person in the world. It's weird.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, literal Hitler was a person. It's not hard to be not the worst person. That doesn't mean you're not a bad person.
I just think she's a better person when she's not in school.
Oh, probably.
She just,
I mean, school
she
brings out a
talked-
lot of negative
yeah,
tendencies in people.
Yeah. But anyway,
Hormones and stress are not a good combination.
the only thing I know about her nowadays is she's working at some diner with probably I don't know anything about this diner. All I know is it's by our splash house
Yeah.
by a railroad track.
There's a water place near a railroad track.
It is
with
some
a diner nearby.
small diner that I don't even know the name of because it doesn't have a sign.
Oh, that's pretty small.
Yeah.
Oof.
And her brother, meanwhile, is working at Walmart with my other best friend. So,
This is not gonna help at your oral hearing.
I have no idea how she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. And
Spider-Man, I'm getting reports of shots fired.
I can confirm that. They're not hitting anyone.
I hope she gets a better job, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe she enjoys it. Like, I mean, it's a small job.
I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
All I knew was I only found out she was working there because I saw her through the window on my way to college one day.
Yeah. Yeah, she may not even be working there anymore.
It is very possible. When I saw,
That guy needs
yeah,
to
that
calm
guy
the
needs
fuck
help.
down.
Anyway, when I saw her, that was a year after I graduated, so in 2020.
Just once I
Yeah, that business may not even be in business anymore.
Heck, I'd even settle for neutral.
No, it's still up. She just may not work there anymore.
Also fair. Anyways, is there any other conversations that we can have
Apparently
for
not.
the whole, like, the last, 7 minutes of this stream that has nothing to do with relationships?
And how bad we suck at it.
I refuse to be lumped into this conversation.
Yeah, like if Dad told me that I was bad at relationships, I'd be like, yeah, you're probably right. But mainly when it comes to dating, when it comes to being friends with people, I think I'm decent at it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Captain,
I mean, what
The
do you
inmates and
want?
all
I'm
their
just a
guns are
real
revved up
friendly
and waiting.
person.
Thanks.
Look, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I don't think anybody's saying that's a bad
I
thing.
hope the locals appreciate you.
Unless you go up randomly hugging people, then that'd be a very bad thing. Don't do that.
Yeah, someone's shank you.
Yeah.
Come on, let's bring it in.
Don't be a fucking weirdo. And if you are a weirdo, stream it.
Is there a knife in my kidney? There's a knife in your kidney.
Oh, you stole my lungs.
Oh, Alucard, look at you done. You stole my heart.
I always knew that you were a great guy. You have my heart on your sleeves.
Please copy.
I can't remember the first half of that line, so I screwed it up, but that's okay.
Yeah.
This will probably be the last one.
Who's there?
literally didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I'll just say this. With online dating, I am kind of afraid of it. Mainly because
I mean,
of
it's fair to be
shows
nervous.
like Web of Lies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need to be that nervous about it, but it's like, yeah, it's a different experience. Oh, I guess to get onto a completely different topic. So guys, I went to GameStop today. Needed to pick up a few things. Specifically, I had not bought the Super Mario Bros. Game, the new one, so picked that up. Went to get Detective Pikachu. Apparently, our GameStop is out of Detective Pikachu.
More of them.
So, could not get it. They literally have display copies up, but no actual physical cartridges. None.
Spider-Man.
It was like, great.
The last 2 times I was in there, I was trying to get the physical copy of Cosmic Shake on the PS5.
Yep.
They still didn't have it.
To be fair, I can understand that maybe not being like the most like I can imagine that being not the most requested game, but it's a Pokemon game.
Welcome to the party.
Like
House rules. Leave your shoes at the door.
if there's any franchises I would expect to be decently well stocked, it's like Pokemon, Mario, Zelda.
They struggled with Sonic, so it honestly does not surprise
Yeah,
me.
Sonic could be one that should be regularly stocked.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with our GameStop and just not having some copies of games.
Yeah. It's just like, what the fuck? Maybe it's going downhill. Maybe they're just gonna close it. Who knows?
It is kind of going downhill, as in our store specifically was starting to run out of money.
Yeah.
So bad that you know how people were bringing in games, old games, and selling it to them? Yeah, that was happening way too much.
They had to.
So they were going bankrupt.
They
over
had
that.
to re-stop that process.
They had to stop that for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have been. I don't know if they're good since then, but yeah, that happened.
Lord.
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
And someone finally reported shots fired, so I've got officers inbound. Good work.
Yeah, we've got like a minute and a half. So I think we'll probably just stop here.
All right, let's check our
Yeah.
benchmarks. I think we completed 2 today, which is great.
We got home run 3.
Yeah, we got home run 3 and we got champion 3.
Yeah. Combo. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, perform 30 hit combo or more, which is easier.
Yeah,
than
the 50 hit combo one is.
It's
yeah,
on its
150
way.
times.
It's
Yeah, I
almost
mean,
there.
yeah, and that is the last one of that, right? Yeah, that is.
In regards to combo.
Pendulum, which that's the swinging one, right?
Hmm?
Pendulum.
This
Yeah,
is swing
kicks.
kicks.
Yeah, so that's yeah.
That's actually easier than you think.
Yeah.
I just haven't been doing them because
Yep.
it's not very effective in comboing.
But yeah, that's fair.
Disarm.
We have 4.
I can do this with only one person.
Yeah.
But it'd take forever. Because I have to disarm him. He has to re-pick up his weapon if he re-picks it up at all.
Yeah,
And then I just keep
hard
doing
landing's
that.
also something we don't do. Yeah.
Yeah, again, the air yank and the swing kick is just not good for keeping combos.
Yeah.
Web throw is alright.
Physically throw 100 people.
I can't remember how to do that.
Well, we're gonna have to figure that
I
out.
think I have to web them, go up to them, and then swing them around.
Probably. Demoted. Wow.
Disarm 100 wielding pistols or batons. Oh, that one's more specific.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both specific. This
Yeah.
one is shields, rocket launchers, and rifles. This one's pistols and batons.
Yeah. I
So
don't
there's 2 different ones.
I don't understand why there's a different why those are different. Like
Yeah, why is
why would you have a
Yeah.
different one for disarming only certain
Yeah.
enemy types?
All right, guys. So that has got to be it for today's episode. So like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. Comment to the videos. Do read them. Follow on Twitch. And we'll see you guys in the next benchmarks. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.